I gotta disagree, man. And I know this guy has a lot of experience in bodybuilding, but it's kind of become a trend with him where it's like he doesn't really like the stretch, you know. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, Bodybuilding BS hates, and I mean hates, the stretched position. This is the second time now I'm making a video on this guy where he's basically trashing on the stretch position, saying, oh, you don't need it, this and that. But I'm gonna argue it's the most important part of the movement. But let's just get into what he has to say.
Your biceps are not going to grow more by doing these dumb exercises. Let me explain why. You can't just hyper focus on the stretched position and completely forget about the contraction.
First off, is he wrong about the fact that you can completely take out the contraction, or you can't? I would argue that's wrong. Research shows that if you just do lengthened partials, they can work equally as good as the full range of motion. And if you just had to do one, obviously I would still probably favor full range of motion for the most part, especially for beginners and stuff like that. I think you should only really get into those long length partials and stuff if you're an intermediate or advanced trainer. But you can't argue with the research. I know this guy has a lot of experience and he loves talking bro science, but listen, the reason why studies are conducted in the first place, it's to isolate variables. And yes, he's not wrong. In the real world, if you never did like a stretched bias cable bicep curl and you just did dumbbells, you're gonna get some jacked arms. But if we're trying to optimize every little ounce of gain, does it not make sense to do an exercise that's at least just as good or probably better because it benefits the stretch? Now, maybe in a bizarre, if I had to bet my life on it, what's gonna grow more muscle? That cable bicep curl that kid was doing, or a standard dumbbell curl? I would definitely say the cable bicep curl. But even if it didn't, even if it was like the same, who freaking cares then? It's at least just as good, or more likely a little bit better.
Sure, it's important, but it doesn't mean you should get in positions like this to do a fucking bicep curl. I had 23 fucking inch arms at one point, and it wasn't because I was getting in positions like this to train my biceps.
You're right. The reason why he had 20, I think it was 21-inch arms, was not because he was doing cable curls behind the back like that. It was because of the steroids. Sorry, hate to break it to you, it's because of the steroids. So yes, if you do standard dumbbell curls and you take steroids, then yes, that is gonna grow a shit ton more muscle than if you just put your freaking arm behind your back. But to completely say that this is dog shit and you don't have to do this crap, he's right. You don't have to do that to grow big biceps. But to say that it's like crap or whatever and it's not gonna work and this and that and shitting on it is just not cool. I gotta speak out against it. No, not the case. If you do that, you're gonna get some big freaking arms.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's not fucking necessary. There's nothing better than a traditional preacher curl, hammer curl, isolation exercises, concentration curl, a cable curl. These work amazing.
Now, how much better really is it? Marginally better, but that's something. That is that marginal benefit. If you're trying to seek optimization and you want the maximum results, that marginal benefit for like an IFBB pro bodybuilder or whatever could make the difference between winning or losing a show. Maybe that could make like half a pound of muscle difference. It's something. It's a difference that matters in the end. That's like saying, oh, every day I'm gonna eat 1 scoop of ice cream extra than what I normally would. Every single day, compounded over months and or years, that shit adds up. If you have an extra heaping scoop of Ben and Jerry's every day, you're gonna get really freaking fat. You are. A little can go a long way. So I think doing these stretch bias movements, yes, it's not a massive difference in the grand scheme of things, but a little benefit over a really long period of time can make differences. And especially if you're an advanced level trainer, to possibly push you past, you need to do things to get you to that next level. And I'm not saying you can't get there with regular dumbbell curls or preacher curls. I do those all the time. I think they're amazing, again. But to shit on someone for doing cable curls behind the back, no.
If you guys want to learn more about my biohacking program, join my masterclass tomorrow for free at 7 p.m. Just comment class and I'll send you guys the link for free. Cut through all the bullshit.
Okay, and listen, also the most important variable is that you have to train hard. If you train like a pussy and you do all this optimization shit or whatever, it's not going to work as well as if you did, the basic bare bone dumbbell curls or whatever and you trained really hard. That's not what we're saying. But to completely say that this is nonsense or it's bullshit, I gotta disagree, man. And I know this guy has a lot of experience in bodybuilding, but it's kind of become a trend with him where it's like he doesn't really like the stretch. He's got beef with the stretch. I don't know exactly, but I believe there was another video of him that I didn't here, let me see if I can find it.
This man doing 600-pound standing calf raises is not why he has beautifully shaped diamond calves. You don't need to do 600-pound standing calf raises, but what you need to do is this. If you're going to do standing calf raises, bend your knee just slightly.
No. So there it is. Immediately no. Bend your knee. The whole point of a standing calf raise is to have a straight knee. Why? Because it stretches. There's two main muscles in the calves. You got the soleus, which is the muscle underneath or whatever, and then you have the gastrocnemius muscle, and that muscle crosses the knee joint. So when you have a straight knee, it's going to be more stretched. And studies show that standing calf raises are far superior to seated calf raises because the gastrocnemius muscle gets stretched way more. I was actually considering, my dad asked me, he's like, would you use like a seated calf raise like if we got it for the home gym? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't, because you have a bent knee. So you're literally reducing the stretch on the gastrocnemius, and that's been shown. Like, we all know calves are stubborn. Calves are stubborn to grow, and he isn't wrong. In the video, he goes, this guy, it's not, the secret isn't that he's doing straight leg or whatever, it's because he has amazing calves before, and he's not wrong about that. If you have amazing calves before you start training them, you're going to have even better calves after you start training them. Like, I train my calves all the time, but they're still freaking dog shit. Why? Genetics. Regardless of whether you have a straight knee or a bent knee, if you have dog shit calf genetics, your calves are pretty much going to suck. But that doesn't mean having a straight knee and increasing the stretch isn't better. It literally is. I don't know what to say. This guy, he just hates the stretch position. Again, I'm a 16-year-old idiot, so what do I know? This guy, lots of experience, whatever. But unfortunately, my friend, bro science, not that much of a fan of it. Yeah, in the real world, you gotta look at things in the real world, but when you're saying, like, the whole point of a standing calf raise is to have a straight knee. you don't want to bend the knee. That's not the point of it. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm not saying that if you do exercises in the stretch position, that's going to be the secret sauce to turn you into Ronnie Coleman, but it definitely is marginally little bit better than not. So that's my whole spiel on this. Let me know what you think. Are you team bro science or team actual science? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Peace.